guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Nastasia, and today we are talking about the holidays, and how for some of us it is not so holly jolly. No, but like the idea that, it is supposed to be the most wonderful time of year, but when it comes to facts, suicide rates, depression, anxiety are all the highest around the holidays, actually. So it can actually be a really hard time for some people, and I just wanted to talk about that because I feel like not a lot of people are, and it's a real thing, and I don't know, just having somebody to relate to you guys. I feel like I've been there many times before, so I wanted to talk about it. But before I get into it, if you guys end up liking this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss out on a video every time I post. So it's supposed to be the best time of the year, and everybody is so happy, or so fake happy, and there's a lot of pressure to be happy when sometimes you're not, which is okay. I feel like we deal with that a lot in our like daily lives anyway, like everybody being like, just cheer up and all that stuff, but I feel like there's an added pressure around Christmas, the entire month of December really, and Thanksgiving and stuff, but all of that. And I just wanted to talk about, I don't know, I guess some of the ways that reasons this might be for people. One, so that if you are in this situation, you just feel heard and you feel acknowledged and you feel validated, knowing that somebody, me, is like saying, if you're going through this, it's okay to not be in the most wonderful mood of the year. And also for you who maybe this is the best time of the year for you and you don't understand why people might be sad, I'm hoping this will give you a little bit of insight. So a lot of times for people, it is an issue with family. I know I've had personal experience with this without getting too personal into my life, but like I had this situation most of my life where I wasn't looking forward to the holidays and I didn't really know why, and then once I got old enough I figured out it was because there was a lot of stress and tension and a lot of drama, but not like, ooh, drama, like really, really unfortunate drama that was in my family that was so heightened around the holidays. I feel like there's a lot of tension that people don't talk about, and it's hard, I think, for a lot of people who they see all of these movies and everything and all these amazing Christmas movies and everything, and at the end of the day it's all about your family and your friends, and it's all about who you spend it with. For those who don't really have a positive situation with the people they're hanging around, they're like, oh great, that's what Christmas is about? Well, crap. Like, it just kind of, it brings it back to the reality of, yeah, that's why I'm upset. That's why I'm not in a good mood. Like, the family situation isn't good. And taking that even a step further, there are people who are in really rough situations where maybe they don't have a family on Christmas, or maybe it's so broken, or there's extenuating circumstances where, like, drugs are involved or something. I know that's really, really deep and like kind of morbid, but like it's true. Like, people don't have all these perfect lives that you see on a Hallmark Channel movie. Like, that's not how it is. And so it can be really hard around the holidays to be thinking about the true meaning of Christmas, where everybody says, like, the true meaning is being with your family, and it's actually not. That's not the true meaning of Christmas, and I'm going to get into that in a second. But like, that's something to take into account. Like, you might be able to go home to a really, really loving, amazing, supportive family for Christmas. And there could be people that that aren't. Even if they're going home, it doesn't mean they're going to a good situation. It doesn't mean they're going to be around positive influences or around people who don't just keep putting them down. So that's something to keep in mind, and if you are in that situation, this next part is for you. So, like I said, Christmas actually isn't about your family. It's not about your family or your friends. It's not about any of that. Yeah, I think you should be thankful for the people you have in your life that are, put there for a reason and positive influences and support you, but that's actually not what Christmas is about. Christmas is about Jesus. And for some people, that could be a bummer, being like, oh, it's all about Jesus. It's not about my family. It's not about gifts. It's not about blah, blah, blah. But I know for a lot of people, especially those who don't come from a great family, or it's just so, your anxiety, depression, maybe suicidal thoughts, or all of that are heightened around Christmas because of the people you're around or the lack of people you're around, it's kind of good to focus on what it's actually about, because no matter what's going on in your life, Jesus is constant and God is constant in your life. And because of that, you can at least celebrate that on Christmas, even if you're completely alone on Christmas, even if you're not going home and you want to, or if, you do go home and you don't want to, or if you don't have a home to go to. It helps me in hard times, and it has helped me in the past, like when I have had Christmases that are not so holly jolly for me, to remember who it's about. Not in a way that I feel like God is looking down on us and being like, hey, remember what it's about. Like, I don't think that's how he looks at me. I think it's more like, hey, I know you're struggling. This will actually help you. I know this isn't a great time of year for you, but remember what it's about, because that's not going away. That's constant, and that, like, Jesus loves you. And when you focus on that, it makes it easier, for me at least. Something else to remember about Christmas is, like, maybe you have an amazing family, but this year there's one less person because they passed away in the past year or something, and so it's really hard. People are down. You don't want to be that person to be like, cheer up, it's Christmas. Like, Christmas can be, I think, honestly, unpopular opinion, I think Christmas is sad for more people than it is happy for more people. Think about it statistically. Families are so broken nowadays, especially. Marriages are broken more today than any other time in history, I feel like. And, people pass away. I think Christmas is harder for people than it is not hard for people, if that makes sense. And so if it's hard for you, one, know you're not alone. You are not the only person in the world who this is hard, and the holidays are hard. But also remember that if you are having a really great Christmas, it's really good to just give back to people and to maybe be aware of, being around people and being like, oh my gosh, it's my favorite time of year, blah, 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 blah. Aren't you having the best time? It's Christmas. Like, just kind of read the room a little bit. And if you can tell somebody is down, just be like, hey, what's going on? Like, are you having, like, a good holiday season? Or, how's your life? Or something like that. Just care, instead of being so obsessed with how good it is for you, which that's great, but also take into account that there are a lot of people struggling. Something else that is so, I think, that is so prominent around the holidays is that everything is about gifts and what you can get or what you can give. Like, it's so great that, like, it's become more about giving than it is receiving in some senses. But also there's a pressure of, like, oh my gosh, I have to give the best, I have to give, like, the most money, I have to give the most expensive gift, I have to give them what they want. It's Christmas, like, and because of that, there's a huge financial strain. I know even for me, like, my family doesn't even expect gifts from me because I'm, like, a poor college student, but, like, at the same time, I want to get them gifts, like, and I'm just a very, very small case of this because I don't have any pressure to give to kids or anything like that. And so, like, for parents out there who they can't really afford Christmases for their kids, it can be really hard because everything is about, oh my gosh, the greatest deals and come shopping at blah, blah, blah for, we're open later. So that everything is so about that it adds the pressure of, like, oh no, like, they dread the holiday seasons. They want to be, like, happy for their kids, and but it's hard. There's not really, like, a lot of advice in this video. It's more just making everybody aware, and also, like, for me to say, hey, if you're in that boat, I've been there too and it sucks. Like, even, I've never had kids, but I remember so many times seeing, like, my family stress over money of what they could give me, and it made me want to be like, don't give me anything, like, I don't want you to be stressed. And then it made it sad for me, not on their fault at all, but it's a stressful time, which sucks. Like, I think that's part of the reason God does not want it to be so much about anything other than Jesus, because it adds so much strain. Like, fun things are fun, and, like, seeing Christmas lights and all this stuff, but why has it become like this competition of who can do the best decorations? And I love Vlogmas. I love watching people's Vlogmases on YouTube, but I have seen so many this year of people being like, I'm not doing Vlogmas, and watching their video about that and them being like, I was so stressed out. I was having panic attacks over just producing more and more and more videos and not being able to enjoy any of the holidays and everything. Like, everything has become so like so much. But when it comes down to it, remember, if all else fails, then you really hate the holiday season because it brings up bad memories, or you're struggling with something, or whatever it is, remember that you don't have to be happy about the holiday season. What it's about is celebrating Jesus. If you can do that, like, you're golden. You know, if you can be like, I am in a really bad place right now, but I am happy Jesus is born, and like, that is something to be celebrated. That is the constant in my life. Even if it's a struggle for me, even if buying the gifts and doing the things in the whole month is a struggle for me, I'm just happy Jesus was born. That's enough. Also remember, Christmas is just one day. The holiday season is a month, December, and I guess November too if you count it. It will pass. This too shall pass. And if you are in a place where, like, I know suicide rates go up way more around the holidays. If you are in a place like that, please tell someone. Please tell someone. Preferably somebody that you trust, that you can talk to in person, or like, if you're in school, a teacher that you trust. Your parents, if you feel like you can talk to them. If you feel like you can't talk to them, like, your doctor, anybody, talk to someone, your pastor, just tell somebody. I promise this season will pass. I promise it will. And I don't want you to have this pressure of like, well, I'm not happy, what good am I here? Like, please don't think that. If you are, please talk to somebody. And I wish I could offer like more advice other than just like keep trekking and keep praying and keep giving it to God. And it's okay not to be in the best, brightest mood. And in those moments, just acknowledge, everything else in my life is crazy, but at least Jesus was born. At least he was born. That's a good constant rock to stand on. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of make this video for you guys. It's super easy and quick, but especially being the beginning of December, I wanted to put it out there. Just to say, I've been there. It sucks. So all of this is just to say, I feel you. I'm always here if you want to talk. But if you are struggling with something very serious, and maybe suicidal thoughts or self-harm, please talk to somebody that is close to you that can offer like kind of immediate help for you, because I love talking to you guys, but being, far away from you guys, I'm not able to offer the help that you deserve. So turn to people and please give it to God too. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though it wasn't just like, it was more of like a talking, kind of like just relating video. I hope you guys liked it anyway. And I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!